Is it a buyer's or seller's market?
Well, it's a buyer's market at the moment. So it's, it's probably a very, very strong buyer's market, one of the strongest I've seen it for a long time. So actually, I don't think I've ever seen it this strong.
Yeah, why is that, do you think? What particular attributes make it such a strong buyer's market?
Probably the perfect storm of all the things that have been happening in the markets. We've had the franchise inquiry, we've had the banking inquiry, all of these things that have happened. A lot of bad press about franchising, that also washes over into business. It just affects people's confidence in buying a business. There's still buyers out there wanting to buy a business, but they're much more cautious now. So confidence is probably a little bit down.
You can see that confidence all across the board, really. So as far as buyers, what they're up to, what are buyers telling you? What are they saying to you and the questions they're asking when you're talking to them about investing in a franchise?
Well, they're obviously doing much more stringent due diligence. So they're asking for a lot more information than they've ever asked for before. So they're also asking about why should I get involved in this franchise, and I guess that was always done previously by the franchisor and their marketing materials. Well, the marketing materials they just don't really cut it.
That was exactly the phrase I was about to jump in. They just don't cut it.
No, they don't cut it.
And I think from what I've seen out there, and obviously as you know, that we're heavily involved with from a content marketing and helping position franchise brands and giving information to buyers about investing in a franchise. The material hasn't really changed much in 2 or 3 years, and in those 2 or 3 years we've had an enormous crisis of confidence and trust in franchising as a business model.
I reckon you could go back and say the content hasn't really changed for more than a decade. So from what I see, they're still using old-fashioned techniques to attract, a modern franchisee or potential franchisee. But franchisees or people that are buyers, they've never had this opportunity to gather this much information ever in their life before, because they can now find out so much about any kind of business they want just by getting online and looking around. So I think if you're still using old-fashioned techniques like giving them a brochure or things like that, there's no personality in that. You got to show buyers why would they choose you.
I think the key word with buyers and attracting prospects and moving, you've really got to move them to be able to take some action, I think is inspiring people.
That's actually a great way
and
to say
I think we need to inspire people to actually want to get into business with us, and I think we're missing that point. I think brands are missing that point where we keep talking about that we're the best at this, we give the best training, we've got a great training academy, we've got in-store support or whatever. There's a disconnect.
Well, I think what you just said then is really good, because you've got to inspire them, but every franchisor out there that I know of says we've got the best training, we've got the best system, we've got the best. We can't all be the best, right? So someone's got to be the best. So the best way to show someone is to actually show someone. And I think video content, well, obviously what we're doing today, that's a great way to show people what your business is about, give it a personality. And, in the end, buyers they're going to ask, why would I join you? Why? So you've got to inspire them to show them why.